How to find family histories. That's a section heading in the 2018 New York Public Library article that encourages people to read genealogies. So here in segment 6A of Why to Read Genealogies, we'll talk about the advice for finding genealogies. This section begins. Ironically, the technology that leads fewer people to consult published family histories has also made them far easier to access and simpler than ever before. How to find family histories. That's a section heading in the 2018 New York Public Library article that encourages people to read genealogies. So here in section 6A of Why Read Genealogies, we'll talk about the advice for finding genealogies. Ironically, the technology that leads fewer people to consult published family histories has also made them far easier to access and sample than ever before. Reason? Most early family histories, those published before 1923 and thus out of copyright, have been digitized and are available in free online libraries such as HathiTrust, Internet Archive, Family Search Books, and Google Books. Not only does this mean that researchers located far away from the New York Public Library or other major genealogy collections can access family history books at home, it also makes it easy to locate these works by searching for keywords appearing anywhere in the text. I will interject here with a few examples of what happens when you look in family search books for a Black genealogy book. When I put in Shadows and Sunshine, one of the hundreds of books the HBCUHeritageHome.com explores in depth in conversations, I get a host of other books. Likewise, when I put in my own family's heritage book, I get hundreds of other books. And again, when I put in family legacies, our history told through stories and tributes, I get other books that are not our Black family heritage books. These searches speak in part to the anointing of the place that is all about our Black family heritage books and the positive ancestral self-identity they provide for us as they lead us to ancestral home. You have found the place where all our books and only our books are at our fingertips for exploration and discussion. Here is where we savor family and community gatherings to talk about our family heritage books, online now and eventually on land, with family gatherings on site to read about and embody ancestral home. The article continues. To appreciate this dramatic sea change, let's examine the old-fashioned way to find published family histories. Still the only way for non-digitized works. Library catalogs. A catalog record contains only a brief description of a book, its title, author, and one or more assigned subject headings. But family history titles typically include only the surname of the principal family described. For example, the Babbitt Family History, 1643 to 1900. If you get lucky, a title may also include the surnames of related families, a maternal surname, and/or a geographic location. For example, the ancestors and descendants of Augustus Rodolphus Bailey and Lucy Hosmer Smith of Elmore, Vermont. Catalog subject headings rarely add to the description. At best, they may provide an additional name or two, or, less frequently, a date or geographic location. For example, the Babbitt family, Edward Bobbitt, died 1675. The upshot is that to locate a family history through a library catalog, you must know and be looking for the specific family or families mentioned in the title of the book. Now to discussing a typical catalog record for a published family history. The ability to search the full text of an ever-growing number of digitized family histories has opened many new possibilities for uncovering hidden treasures in these texts. In addition to being able to locate any name that may appear in a family history, whether included in the title or not, researchers can search by locality, profession, ethnic group, or countless other keywords that may be relevant to your family history or topic of research. Searching with period terms that we would never use or condone today, but that commonly appear in older texts, such as Indian, squaw, Negro, wench, spinster, etc., can unlock anecdotal information that is not available anywhere else. Stepping away from the article for a moment, here's an example of what pops up when you search the term African American if you don't have a specific title, family name, state, or the like. You got more than 276,000 results, well beyond the body of early genealogies mentioning Black people or the corpus of Black genealogy books. Of the first 150 family search book results, most are source books, such as Who's Who in Colored America. And on the right are the 9 Black genealogy books that show up. Public Library article section on finding families genealogy books ends with these words. For family and other historians, the digitization of these texts has made it easy to explore a treasure trove of stories, tales, and lores that can enrich your understanding of our shared history and your own ancestry, even if they do not relate specifically to your kin. So start exploring these underused resources. Now that we have discussed why and how to read genealogies, next we'll explore why write them. See that encouragement, including benefits and purpose, starting in segments 6B and in Genealogy, Tourism, and Education Records, Series 5 and 6.